Alright programmers, so in this video we will see that what all softwares are needed to get started with software development. Okay, so first of all, what you have to do is like go to Windows and over here just type cmd and open command prompt. This will open this kind of box. Okay, so over here what you have to do, you have to check what all softwares you already have in your local machine. So just type for nodejs, just type node. You don't have node available. What about nvm is a package which is required for downloading or installing the node package. You don't have nvm as well. What about java? You don't have java as well. What about python? You don't have python because that is opening something else. This one is telling that okay, you can install that one, but don't go from here. I will tell you that from where you have to install that one, the python, the best way. Second point, what is like whether you have VSCode or not. So to open VSCode, you can go with this shortcut command, just hit it. It is saying that no code is not found, so you don't have VSCode as well. What about docker? Yes, you don't have any docker command, nothing else. What about AWS? You don't have AWS, nothing you don't have, right? So what about Git? Whether you have Git? No, you don't have Git as well. So you don't have anything over here. So in this particular video I would like to show you all the stuff, all the software, how to install, how to make good project structure, so that you can come back in future and then look for what software, what project you are working on, and where to look for. That would be easy for you to locate in your local machine. Now let's get started. Now what all you have to do is go to the one of the browser and select like let's start with downloading Node.js first. Just select download Node.js and download Node.js version, whatever the version you want to install. Okay, don't worry, I'm gonna put all the stuff there so that you will be having all the links in the description below, so that you can refer that one. Okay, so that is being installed over here. Just click that one and just open that one. Just give me a second, it will open in a minute. Okay, so it is taking time. Yeah, that is done. Now if I open that one here and it opens. Okay, so that opens something like this. Just double click this one. Now it is telling that yes, open in the file explorer just once. Okay, so once that is been open, just let me close this. I don't want this one anymore. Just double click and then it will be opening all sorts of stuff over here. Okay, so let me go and check, like okay, you already have that source code, and if you want to install that one with the FNM package or chocolatey package or something like that, you can do that one as well. Okay, so in the PowerShell, but you don't have that FNM package. What is that FNM package? So that is that predefined FNM package. You can download that FNM package. So first of all, you can go to and type FNM download and select one of those. Let me go here, and then you have to check like okay, what you all have over here. It is looking at all sorts of command, but that's fine, you don't have to worry about those things. It is telling manually I have to install. Yes, for Windows, yes, using scoop install. Okay, so using this particular command you have to install that one. Let me go back, and inside the PowerShell I have to install that one there. Let me check. Already installed. Okay, that's fine. So the thing is that let me go back over here, and then I already installed that one. What about this one now? If I'm copying and pasting here, yeah, so that is done. What about like whether I can get that new version? Yes, that is being installed. Just wait for some time and then pasted the node, and I should see. Yep, I got the node version. Now if I'm printing like node, yes, I got that node.js available. See this one, last time when I'm printing that one or try to get that one, that thing sorted, I was not able to get that one. Let me check the version of npm as well. So I need to exit it, I think so, Control C. exit. Why it's not coming out? Yeah, 2 times you have to do like Control C or Control D or something like that. That will skip, and or you have to type .exit. Okay, so you have to check, like you can check one more time. It is showing npm is not being installed, so something went wrong. Node -b. That's fine. That is all you wanted for you to get started. Okay, so that is the first thing. You already installed Node.js. Using Node.js you can start implementing React based, Node.js, TypeScript based, all the JavaScript based project very easily. Okay, so that is done. Now the second part, what you have to do is that you have to install Git. Okay, so just click, you don't have Git over here, so now go and check Git download for Windows. That's fine. Click Git. Okay, so you have to select that latest version over here, download Git, and select 64-bit over here, and then it will be downloaded from there. The same thing, either you can select this one or that one. Let me select this one as well, so that I just pause the other one. Both were same actually, so that's fine. I'll just keep that one as it is. Okay, so once that is done, you can install that one. Let me go back and show you one more time. We don't have any Git and something like that. Git is very important for us to install this stuff. So let me go back here and check how much stuff is ready. Okay, so that is still in pending stuff. Okay, why it stopped, I don't know. Oh, that was already installed actually, sorry, my bad. So I just click that one and it shows a box telling something like this one: do you want to allow this app to make changes? Yes. Okay, so it will ask you a prompt something like this one, telling that you have to install that one. Git, yes, yes, don't change anything, just do yes, next, and you should be fine. Okay, so see this one, it will be installing like OpenSSH. That is very important for us to test the Git environment or the Bash environment in the future. So yeah, so everything should be fine. Just install that one there. Or else you would have installed this one. See this one, install Wingate tool if you don't have already. So we already have Wingate tool in our PowerShell. Using this one we would have already installed that one, but I wanted to keep it that one simple because we are using Windows. So just click next, and everything will be ready for you to get started with this stuff. Okay, so all right, that is installed. So I don't want to view any release notes. I can tell like okay, launch Git Bash. That is the thing I just wanted to tell you, that this is one of the most important part where you would love it. So it has a powerful command line interface. So I just love this Git Bash. If you are using Windows, I would highly recommend using Git Bash followed by PowerShell. Okay, so either you can use this one or this one. If you click this one, see here you are not getting that Git Bash over here. So what you have to do, just close this one, go over here and select the command prompt one more time, and then now if you go and select this one, now you can't see, so just select the settings, and then over here you can select the PowerShell command. I have to reinstall this one, so that's the thing I don't like about the Windows stuff, because that won't pick up the stuff. But yeah, that's fine. So you already have this one, right? So what you can do is like go over here and just type Git Bash, and then do one thing, like put that one in the taskbar over here like this one. So that will be ready over here to get started with like all the command line interface and everything. So that is done. And now if you go back over here in your what do you call, the command line interface that was closed actually by default, and here if I type git now, yep, you can see that we got git. Now the second point is that how you can install Python, which is one of the most important part. So that is nothing much, like you have to tell like download Python, download, hit it and just click this one. Okay, in the meantime what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna type the other stuffs as well. So I want to install Java, download as well. Okay, so actually I don't want to install Java because most of the stuff I am teaching in okay, let's see, I'm gonna install the Java as well to show the stuff as well in the Java programming world. Okay, for let's get started to download this one. So definitely you just select this particular button directly to install whatever the commands you want to install. Okay, so just click that one. Yes, that is there. Now click this one to install the latest version of the Python. Okay, so now it will tell like, okay, I know I have to install the new one. Make sure to check this box. Okay, add python.txt to the path variable so that will be available from anywhere. Okay, so it's like just select that one. So you'll be installing Python 3.13. okay, from my side I'll be installing Python 3.13. Sometimes what happens is that when I start coding or something like that, I use Python 3.9, 3.11, Python 3.12 or something like that. Those are one of the most important Python version you have to make sure that you should use. Okay, so you can get different packages. For example, different version of that packages is like download all release, select this one and then see the full list over here. Now over here you can see that all the stuff like 13.4, that is pre-release. Don't download any pre-release anything, something like that. You should download the latest version. So 3.9 most of the people use, 3.11, 3.12 most of the people uses that one. So yeah, that being said, so you can download all the stuff over here for the Python version. Okay, so let me wait whether we have that one installed or not. So once that is done, so we can proceed with the next step. So just that's fine. A new Python started. No, I don't want that tutorials anything for now because those tutorials will be coming in future. Okay, so that is done. Let me quickly go over here and type over here in PowerShell like Python, whether we have Python or not. Yes, we have Python 3.13 over here right now. So let me exit from this one. Now the second point is that what we have to do is we have to get started with other stuff, which is nothing but next step in the sense like how we can install VS Code. Alright programmers, so let's see whether we have VS Code or not. So to open VS Code from the terminal, we can use code space dot. We don't have VS Code available. So what you can do, you go back to one of the tabs over here and just close the other tabs and type download VS Code. That's fine. If you are misplaced or something like that, misspelled I would say, and just install the latest version. So you have Windows 11, I have Windows 11 over here. So just select Windows 10 or 11 for that and just download that from there. Alright, just click this one and it will open a prompt. It will open a box something. Okay, and it will open a box something like this one. Okay, so you have to select the agreement, next and next. Yes, add to path, that is required because that will open a new box. So this just open next and preparing to install in each everything. Okay, so just wait for some time. Okay, so you just launch it, and that will launch your VS Code first time in a local machine, something like this. Okay, like this one. So you can select different theme styles like dark green. I just wanted to keep like dark modern, that's fine. And then in future I would like to tell you that how you can use this one. So that is already installed, right? So what you can do, you can just right click this one which is already open and pin to taskbar, just like this one, so it will remain open. If I'm closing this one, it will tell like okay, that is already there. So using it, if you hit this one, it will open this VS Code one like this one. If you want to now open that one there from the PowerShell, just hit code enter, but that won't be available because you have to open a new terminal and that enter, and now it will be available to each and every machine in from the terminal and everything, right? So that's how you can open, right? Now the thing is that you have already installed VS Code. Now you have to configure some stuff over here. So you have to open the command over here, sorry, the terminal. So you can select control or control plus tilde button. So on the keyboard you just press control and tilde button comes next to 1, that is 1 2 numerical right buttons there. You just select next to 1, that is a tilde button. If you hit that one, that will be opening that new terminal. If you are not sure how to open that one, go over here in the one of the section, run and check the terminal, this one, new terminal, and then it will open something like this one. Okay, now over here you can see that you have opened PowerShell over here, right? What about you want to open one more PowerShell command? Yes, you can open one more PowerShell, but if you want to open Git Bash, which I was discussing you, just select this one. Now you can open the Git Bash command because you already installed the Git Bash, right? So that's how you can start working on the Git Bash. Git Bash was built on the top of Linux. This is very powerful. All the Linux command will be can easily be run on this particular terminal. So this is very important. Okay, so that's all about VS Code. What about like the other most important part, that is nothing but Docker. So if I hit Docker over here, whether I have Docker, no, I have anything Docker over here. So if I'm just selecting PowerShell, do I have Docker over here? No, I don't have Docker over here as well. So what you have to do, just go back over here. You have to install Docker, right? So go install Docker, select Docker, and then first of all you have to install Docker desktop in your machine. So what is Docker desktop? Docker desktop is kind of an engine. So don't worry, I'll be giving all the stuff related to this one for you to understand what is Docker, why Docker is important, and each and everything. But for now, just do the stuff which I'm doing over here, so that in future you will be having all the setups ready for start working on coding stuff and each and everything, right? Now the thing is that you just select this one and then getting started. I don't know why it's showing that one. I would like to add install Docker. Okay, install Docker over here. Yep, so you have to select this particular link and then you will be prompted here. Okay, so you have to install Docker engine first. So what is Docker engine? Docker engine is nothing but a program in your local machine which is responsible for running containers. That's it, nothing else. Okay, so you have to start your engine first, and then once you install that engine, you will be having all sorts of stuff ready for you to start working on that one. Okay, now the thing is that Docker is only be run on the top of Linux, nothing else. So how I can run the Docker in my local machine then, if that is only running on Linux? So on the Linux you have to install some stuff which is like related to Hyper-V. So Docker has in Windows had a Hyper-V platform. On the top of that you have to install Docker. So I need to check this stuff over here. So you have to select Docker desktop, setup, and select whatever the stuff you have. So you have Windows over here. So you need to follow each and every step over here, and then you can install and then you can install everything from here. Okay, so now okay, so now you have to install Docker Desktop first. Just hit this one. So Docker Desktop is nothing but Docker engine itself. That is by in the like that is behind the scene, launches the Docker containers inside the engine, I would say, like that. Okay, so just install the Docker Desktop and wait for some time. Now the system requirement: should I use Hyper-V or WSL? So the thing is that you can use for WSL2 backend 64 version. So whatever the predefined is selected, you can use that one based on your requirements. Now the thing is that once you install that one, go down and see that there are some commands over here. So the thing is that once you install that one, you have to double click whatever the exe file we will get, and then we have to install the Docker, and that will be saved into program files, Docker and Docker. Okay, inside that one. Okay, once that is done, we can start Docker Desktop. So wait for some time. Alright, once you've done that one, just hit Docker desktop.exe file, and then it will open a new prompt. It might take some time from your side as well, because it takes a lot of time, because we just ran multiple softwares and Windows are not that good, um, even though you have good RAM and everything. Yeah, so it will take them some time to to run it. So you just select that yes, you want to install that one, and then it will launch this stuff. So the thing is that it started telling that okay, Docker Desktop is being installed, like something like this one. Okay, so make sure to use WSL2 instead of Hyper-V, recommended option. That is, keep it simple. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so in the meantime, I just wanted to tell you that what is Docker. Docker is nothing but a container. So what happen is that whatever software you build, you package that software and you deliver that package to some companies or server, and that server is responsible for taking that package, opening and running it, and that's it. That's how you get the software in all over the industries and everything. Okay, so Docker is nothing but it is responsible for giving you a kind of a box, a container. Okay, so that container will be having all the required software which are related to any project you wanted to build. For example, you wanted to build an e-commerce application, and that wanted to have a Node.js application running, a Python application running, or something like that. So you can have individual Node.js application running in one separate Docker container. So you can go inside that Docker container which has already Node.js installed, and inside that container itself you can run the Node.js related projects. Same thing, you can get the Python project, Django, Fast API, whatever you want. You can perform same thing for Spring Boot, all sorts of stuff, machine learning, all fancy stuff. You can do everything on Docker. So Docker is very useful for running the application projects, microservices, I would say something like this, micro applications in container based application. So what is the benefit for using this one, Docker? So the thing is that to uh, you don't have to worry about multiple versions of Python or different versions of your software. For example, you worked on you build a project on Python, and that Python project is built on the top of version 3.13 just be installed, right? Now the thing is that one of your friends that he was already working on that particular project, but he built that project on the version of 3.9 or 3.11, something like that. And once he brought that project to you, you might face some issue telling that no, that is not compatible, right? So that might be the case not only with the Python but also Node.js, Java, and other applications as well. So that's the reason like Docker is very important for you to independently work on different scenarios or something like that. Yeah, so yeah, you will be having lot of stuff coming through on the topic of Docker containers, Docker images, Docker Hub, each and everything. So if you haven't subscribed, so if you didn't sub if you so if you didn't sub so if you didn't subscribe until now so if you didn't subscribe until now, please do subscribe, because I'll be keep loading each and every topic in much detail, and make sure that you will be getting real-time knowledge from my side, and then you'll be ready for applying for real-time jobs and everything. Okay, that will be lots of fun is coming, because most of the projects I'll be running through Docker, and then you can use my Git repos to clone those sorts of stuff, and then we are good to go. One more thing, that keep looking into my description section below, because I'll be posting blogs as well. Whatever the stuff I do, you just need to go to that blogs. That is something called Programmer, that will be coming soon. Programmer/blogs and something like that. So you'll be having all the topics related to the stuff, and then you can ask me question there. If you have any doubt, feel free to drop a comment in the comment section below. If you don't ask, how would I know? Please do ask. Nobody cares. So if you ask or if you don't ask, but if you really want to get clarification, please do ask. That is very important. And please do subscribe, so that I will get to know that okay, this is the stuff you guys are interested as well, because you guys are asking in the description below, right? Yeah, so that's all about the Docker. Yeah, it does take a lot of time, because this is the first time we are installing Docker. Okay, so in the meantime, I would like to give you some stuff over here. So you already installed this one, right? So first of all, what you have to do over here is that as soon as you install or do your stuff, you do one thing, that go to your drive, like a specific drive. Okay, so now over here you are in the C drive. So what I would say, that you should go to your drive, something called D drive, like this one, CD D colon. So you are in D drive, right? Come on. Okay, so I'm already in D drive, so I have multiple stuffs over here. So what I'm gonna do, so I'll show you what I mean by that is inside this one I'm gonna create mkdir, which is nothing but creating a folder inside a D directory. So what is the meaning of that one? So I'm here, right? So I'm here, CD drive. So I'll be creating a folder over here. So inside this one I'll be creating a folder, something like workspace. So let me quickly go and just let me delete this. Okay, so what you have to do is that okay, so what I have to do is, like, I'll be creating workspace, a folder over here, and select this one. Okay, so once you are over here, so what you have to do is like D workspace, you have to go something like in the inside this folder. So you can perform that one something like mkdir, which is nothing but make directory with the folder name, but I already made that directory. So just type ls and check what directories you have. So you already have a directory called workspace, something like this one. So just cd start type w and just press tab, okay, and then it will open that. Okay, you went inside the workspace directory. Okay, that is done. Now if you go back to this one, the bash, and then you wanted to go to the directory, what you can do is like you can type d and hit colon and see that it is telling that this is not being done. So now see that you are on the d directory right now. Okay, so if you now type ls, and you can see that all the stuff is ready. cd workspace, same thing, and now you can clearly see that you are inside the d directory. And alright guys, I just reinstalled my entire PC. Now the thing is that you have to check whether you have Docker installed or not, right? So again, go back to cmd, the command prompt, and then open PowerShell. You don't have to open PowerShell every time, because you can open anything, Git Bash and everything. So now just wait for some time and type Docker. Now this time it will give you something telling that okay, some commands are running or not, but yeah, so it installed the other stuff. Yeah, so the thing is that, see this one, it is telling that okay, so Docker has been installed. Previously we didn't have any Docker stuff and everything. So congratulations, that's how you can install Docker in your local machine. Nothing much, nothing fancy stuff, but this is the simplest way you can install Docker and everything, right? Now the second point, in the next videos, alright, now one of the most important part I would like to share, that is AWS. Now you have to check whether you have AWS or not. So I like bash, git bash actually. So let me check whether it will give you something else. So if I'm typing AWS over here, I would highly recommend go and use git bash actually, or you can use PowerShell as well. It's up to you. I prefer git bash. So if you type AWS, I'll just keep it simple for you guys as well, because I don't want to make anything complicated, because I do know Linux and everything. Let's keep it simple. Okay, now the thing is that what you have to do is like open a command. I would say not a command, but the new browser, and type AWS CLI. Okay, so you have to install, see this one, install or update or something like that. Just select this particular just go inside that page, and now over here it will give us all the step for installing the AWS CLI in your local machine. Now it is telling like literally, alternatively you can use MSI this command. Now I just copied this one. Now the thing is that what I was telling, that you have to go over here. Now you remember we have created D folder workspace over here, something like this, lcd workspace, right? So I went inside the workspace. Now I'm creating one more folder called mkdir, make directory. Inside that workspace, D drive, inside that workspace I'll be creating a folder called softwares. Okay, so hit enter, it will be softwares will be created, and I'll go inside that folder telling that software, something like this one. Now over here what you have to do is like, it is telling like okay, either you have to install that zip file, or you can use this particular command to get this sorted. So I'll just copy that one. I'm already in the PowerShell, and then paste it. Now it is telling that it is preparing for that installation, it gave me a command that is running there in different window, and now I got this particular thing. Okay, so it is saying that you have to install this one. Now go back, next, install. So please do keep this one as it is, because in future I'll be giving all sorts of stuff you to how you can run AWS, how you can configure multiple things, right? So yeah, so that's how you have to install that one there. That is still being installed. Alright, that is done. Now if I go back and type AWS, it won't give me because I have to reopen or open a new PowerShell. Now if I type AWS, it must give me that okay, AWS is there, right? So it is saying, I guess AWS command ran, that's why it is giving like one of the errors, which is telling like okay, that particular command not found. But yeah, that is already installed. What are those all commands? I'm gonna give you example in later upcoming videos, and you will be having all sorts of stuff get ready and then install in your local machine. Yep. Okay, now everything gets sorted. Now one of the most important part is that you have to go back to your VSCode. Now inside that VSCode, make sure you will be having stuff something like this one. Now I'll be going cd d, inside cd workspace. Now here I already have just softwares folder, so I don't want to go to software folder. I'll be creating mkdir and I'll be typing coding, literally coding space. Okay, so here I'll be going inside coding, and then all the coding related stuff will be downloaded. Now it is saying that you have Windows subsystem for Linux, that is WSL installed on your machine. WSL means like that is required for us to run the Docker and stuff. Just hit install and it should install the WSL in your local machine. That is required, right? Okay, so just wait for some time, that should be fine, and that is already installed actually. Now the thing is that once you have done all installing all sorts of stuff, now the thing is that slowly I will tell you that what all extensions are required for you to start working with the project structure. Now once you are inside this particular folder, what you can do, you can type code and type dot. So what it is telling that hey, code means like this particular VS Code. To open this VS Code, you can tell like okay, this particular terminal you are telling that code, like particular VS Code, open in the current directory. Dot means like in the current directory where am I in right now is like I'm in D workspace and the coding folder. If I'm hitting right now like this, it will open a new VS Code inside. Yes, I can trust it, like this one. So as you can see that I am inside the coding stuff. Okay, so you can close this one, you don't have to worry about this one. Now select this one, terminal, and open new terminal like this. Okay, now As on the left hand side you can see multiple things. So what is this one? So this one is nothing but Explorer. So what is the meaning of Explorer? So whatever the project or folders you will be creating over here, that will be shown over here. For example, you will be creating like Java related, sorry, Node.js projects, right? So I'll be typing Node.js projects like this one. I'll be typing one more React.js projects. I'll be typing AWS. Inside AWS I'll be typing ECS, means like multiple services AWS has. Inside that AWS I'll be typing Lambda. Inside that ECS I'll be typing something else, ECR. So you'll be having multiple project structure over here. Inside that ECS you'll be having multiple things. Inside AWS something like this one. So inside Node.js you will be having multiple projects like this one. So you can type Python projects. Inside that Python project you will be having either Fast API project, either Django project, either Flask project, something like this. Or you will be having Java related stuff. So like for example, you can have a Java project, something like this one. So now if you select this one ls, you can see that you have created those folders inside this particular directory, and then start whatever the project you will be working on. You have to make sure that you use particular project structure over here, something like this one. So that I didn't give the proper naming convention. Java project like this one, AWS projects like that. So that's how you can start creating this one. Okay, so that's the project structure. Now the thing is that what is the second point is like just finding all the files over here. What is this one? So this one is source control, that is Git related. So once you install everything, that if you click this one, it will show that what branch you are in, what updates are there and everything. You can perform the debugger tools as well. You can connect to remote explorer, which means that for example on AWS you open or launch one of the new Windows instance or something like that, you can connect from here. Now what is this one? This is one of the most important part. If you click this one, you can download multiple things over here, multiple things in the extensions. So this one I'm gonna tell you in future videos that what all extensions you are required you to download. Okay, so stay with me and then I'll tell you that how we can start that one. So that being said, we have all the setups ready for us to get started and to get started in working, to get started in coding environment. So that's all about it, and thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please do let me know in the description below. Please let me know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you around. Bye bye. Alright, one more point is that how you can install Java. So I'll be giving you this particular link in the description below. Now you have to select x64 installer, which is this one. It will download the installer in your local machine. So wait for some time. It's installing JDK 23. That's fine, we don't have to worry about that one. So if I go here and type Java, it is really like Java is not being recognized. So just wait for some time, and once that is get downloaded, so you will be having all sorts of stuff for you to run this stuff. So you have to go to Java downloads and then select Windows here and select this particular thing. Okay, so yeah, just wait for some time actually. Yep, so that is done. So just click this one. Okay, yes, and then it will ask you okay, it is telling like preparing to install. Okay, so now you will get this prompt, just do next, and then it will install Java in your local system. So don't hurry over here. You have to select a Java path to be added in your path environment. Okay, so just wait and then select the steps that you have to select. Next steps over here, so that you can select you can go through the tutorial, but that's fine if you don't. Just close this one. Now over here, if you go back over here and type Java, hit it, still you can't see. But if you open a new window, and now if you type Java, and you can see Java is already installed. Yeah, so you have Node.js, you have Python, you have Java, and you have VSCode, Docker, everything with AWS as well. Now you are now you are in a good shape to get started in the real world of programming. That will be a lot of fun, so stay tuned and please do subscribe. I will see you around. Thanks for watching.